The secret messages scandal they don't want you to know about. Hey everyone. Have you ever wondered what happens when the people who run your country start hiding things even from each other? Because this story, the SignalGate scandal, might change how you see trust, power, and the illusion of security forever. A few months ago, quiet whispers started spreading through Washington, D.C. Tech insiders, military officials, and journalists all began talking about one thing. A private chat group on Signal, where top government officials were allegedly discussing classified military operations. That's right. The same app you and I might use to send memes or photos was apparently being used by the Secretary of Defense himself, and possibly, it got hacked. What started as a rumor turned into a full-blown political earthquake. According to leaked documents published by Der Spiegel and the Times of India, dozens of phone numbers and emails tied to the U.S. Department of Defense were compromised. Messages discussing Yemen, the Middle East, and American troop movements suddenly appeared on foreign servers. The name that kept coming up. Pete Hegseth. The man in charge of America's military defense. The same Pete who once stood on national television promising to protect every American from threats, foreign or domestic. Now, he was at the center of one. The White House quickly denied everything. They said it was a misinformation campaign. But then, more screenshots leaked. Messages showing encrypted threads between staffers, discussing unexpected drone strikes, and classified briefings gone wrong. Even some journalists received what looked like real-time screenshots from the internal group chat. If that's true, that means someone had access inside the U.S. defense network. And no one could explain how. Some said it was the Russians. Others said it was a whistleblower inside the Pentagon trying to expose secret operations. But the truth? No one really knows. And that's the terrifying part. Because what does it mean when the highest levels of government, the people meant to keep us safe, can't even protect their own conversations? Let that sink in. A single leak could expose battle plans. Could cost lives. Could start wars. And yet, it happened because of an app most of us use every single day. Now, let's pause for a second. Do you believe this was just a security mistake? Or could it be part of something bigger, a silent power struggle inside the US government? I mean, think about it. We've seen whistleblowers before, Edward Snowden, Chelsea Manning. People who exposed secrets, sometimes for justice, sometimes for chaos. What if this is another version of that, but at a higher level? In the weeks that followed, Pete Hegseth refused to comment publicly. Sources close to him said he looked exhausted, like a man who'd seen his career flash before his eyes. The military launched an internal audit. But instead of clearing things up, it only deepened the mystery. Multiple lower-level staffers were reassigned. 2 officials quietly resigned. And the story began to disappear from mainstream news. Almost like someone wanted it buried. And that's when people online started asking the same question I'm about to ask you. What if this wasn't a mistake? What if these leaks were meant to warn us about something coming, something much bigger than a chat group? Thought balloon my thoughts. When I first heard about SignalGate, I thought, okay, another Washington scandal. But the more I read, the more it felt like something deeper. This isn't just about one man's mistake. It's about a system that relies on secrecy, and punishes those who reveal the truth. It's about how fragile the concept of security really is. If the U.S. Secretary of Defense can have his messages leaked, what makes the rest of us safe? And maybe, just maybe, this story tells us something the media doesn't want to say out loud. That the line between democracy and control is thinner than we think. We live in a world where billionaires build bunkers, governments spy on their citizens, and apps made for privacy end up as tools of exposure. So maybe the question isn't, who hacked the messages? Maybe it's, what are they all so afraid of? Headphone closing call to action. If this story made you think, even for a second, please hit the like button and subscribe. Your support helps keep this channel independent. And I want to hear your opinion. Do you think SignalGate was a real leak, or just political theater? Tell me in the comments, I'll be reading every one of them. Because the truth, sometimes it hides where we least expect it.